Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would just do a little video on the books that I've read. Yeah, all the books that I've read. Probably not my lifetime, because I know that there are some that I've read online, the books I don't have anymore, but just the books that are on my TBR shelf that are down here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the books that I've read and then kind of give a little description, what I thought about them, and yeah, let's get started. So first we have the Divergent series. Oh, I just love the Divergent series so much. It's probably one of my favorite series. I read it when I was probably like 13, but like it still has such a place in my heart, you know? So pretty much like the first book is called Divergent, and teacher student type of romance trope in there. You know, she goes through all these things. It's really a book that's kind of inspiring to like really push yourself and like know that you can do it. Pretty much about this girl who, there's 4 factions, I can't remember, which people are placed into to keep the peace. And pretty much there's this main character named Triss. Well, her name is Beatrice, but she later is referred to as Triss. And it's her time, because when people are 16, they get to choose if they want to choose a different faction or if they want to stay in their own faction. So it's her time to choose a faction, and she does not pick the faction that she was born into. And then it kind of goes on from there. She meets this guy. That's pretty much it. Only 2 of the Twisted series. I don't know if it's called the Twisted series or Twisted Game series or Twisted Love series. I'm not sure, but I only have the first 2. Just Twisted Love and Twisted Games. They're each a standalone. They can be read as standalones, and there's 4 books in the series. The other 2 is Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies, which I've not been able to read those yet, but yeah, I read the first one, which is this one, and I thought it was decent. I wasn't a humongous fan, but I heard about this one and how this one's amazing, and people were right. I was obsessed with this book. I read it last summer and it's just so good. This is bodyguard romance. This is billionaire romance or millionaire romance, I'm pretty sure. Grumpy sunshine type trope here, and then bodyguard. Second one was definitely my favorite, but the first one was decent too. So definitely recommend if you guys like romance and like different, like the series doesn't go as one full series, is kind of like standalone series type thing. Definitely recommend. Then I have the Paper Princess series. This is the first one, Paper Princess, second one, Broken Prince, and then third one, Twisted Palace. I really liked these. There is a little spin-off on one of the brothers. Kind of switch the scene a little bit. There is one of the spin-offs about the brother, but I can't remember which brother, because I think there's 3 brothers. But this is about Cal and Ella. Oh no, Reed is the guy that's in this book. And yeah, he doesn't like her, so pretty much her mother passes away, and then she gets placed into this family of like Cal and Royal. So and they're rich, as you know. Anyways, and she has to live with them now because she doesn't really have anybody. And the brothers, there's 5 brothers, they do not like her. So right away it's kind of an enemies to lovers kind of, you know. But I'm not explaining it very well, but honestly, like this book, I really liked it. So you guys kind of like enemies to lovers, kind of like royalty type trope too, I definitely recommend. I don't have the first book because I lended it to someone, but of course I have the ACOTAR series. I'm currently reading the 5th book right now. Honestly, it's so good, you guys. I'm sure everybody knows what it's about, but The first book is about this girl who, her name's Feyre, and she's pretty much taking care of her family. She has 2 sisters. Her mother passed away, and her brother, or not brother, her father got in a really bad accident, so like he can't help around the house. So Feyre, the girl, is pretty much doing everything. Her sisters don't really do anything. And so she goes out, she does the hunting, like taking care of the family, everything, because they live in poverty. And so she goes out hunting one day, she kills a wolf, and the wolf ends up being a fae, which is fairy. And yeah, it's pretty much like from that journey on, like since she killed a wolf, one of the fae comes and to her house and says, you know, we have this treaty between human and fae and the land, not to cross over in our lands, and you can't kill us. And he said, you know, he goes, since you killed me, or since you killed my friend, like I have to take you now. And but yeah, and then the story unfolds from there. But it's really good. It's so good. It's literally my favorite series, dare I say one of my favorite book series like ever. I think I'm gonna say that because oh, it's just so good. I'm obsessed with it. I don't want it to end, but at the same time I want it to end because I need to know what happens in the book, you know. But yeah, so now we're gonna go on to the next shelf. Okay, next I'm just gonna get this one kind of over with in a way. The next one we have, I can't even lift it off, the After series. I know, I literally, now it's controversial and now it's like, but at the time when I read it, I ate it up. Like I went through these books like there's no tomorrow. Like if you don't know what After is about, it's about this girl who goes to college, she meets this bad boy, and it goes from there. Very toxic relationship. You've probably heard of After for sure, but yeah, at the time I ate it up. Now, I don't know if I would read it again, but I have the books on my bookshelf. So then now we're kind of getting into just like random books, like kind of standalones. So I have November 9th by Colleen Hoover. This one is probably one of my favorite books. I want to reread it to like annotate it. But yeah, so Fallon meets Ben, an aspiring novelist, the day of her scheduled cross-country move. The ultimate attraction leads them to spend Fallon's last day in LA together, and his eventful life becomes the creative inspiration Ben has always sought for his novel art. Over time, and amidst the various relationships and tribulations of their own separate lives, they continue to meet on the same date every year, until one day Fallon becomes unsure if Ben has been telling her the truth or fabricating a perfect reality for the sake of the ultimate plot twist. Can Ben's relationship with Fallon and simultaneously his novel be considered a love story if it ends in heartbreak? It's so good. Like honestly, it's just so good. I know Colleen Hoover's kind of controversial now, but there's just something about Colleen Hoover's writing that it makes it easy to read. But yeah, this book I recommend. I think it's really good. We have Maybe Someday by her. I honestly don't remember what this one's about. Sydney is a student. She lives with her best friend, has a great boyfriend. Her boyfriend finds out she's cheating on her, and then Ridge gives Sydney hope that she can move on. They become to write songs together. This one was okay. Honestly, I wasn't like totally obsessed with it, but yeah, this one was okay. It's called Maybe Someday. Oh, then we have The Kiss Quotient. This one I actually really liked. A lot of people that I heard from did not really like it, but I thought it was great. It's about this girl Stella who she's a virgin, she's a virgin, and she's 30 years old, and she wants to like actually like, you know, get in the dating and like, you know, but she doesn't know how, so she hires an escort, and kind of goes from there. They kind of fall in love. Then we have The Summer Job. The Summer Job, it's about this girl who has to go overseas, I think, for a job, and then she ends up meeting this guy, and it's a good travel romance. I really, really liked it. Then we have It Ends With Us with Colleen Hoover. not gonna get into, I'll just show you. I think I have one more, or no, two more Colleen Hoover books. So we have these three. This one is about like an artist. This one is so good, honestly. Like, look, I tabbed it so much, but this one is so good. If I were to recommend any Colleen Hoover book, it'd be this one or November 9th. This one, Reminders of Him, and it ends with us. Then we have The Last Boy and Girl in the World. I read this when I was in high school, but I honestly really liked it. Like, obviously I started rereading it. But yeah, it's about this girl who goes to school and she has this crush on this guy. It says the last boy and girl in the world because their town is under huge warning saying there's gonna be a huge flood. Like, the whole town's just gonna pretty much go underwater. Like, people need to evacuate, blah blah blah. But it's kind of like, the book is kind of going through, you know, the stages of like them first preparing, then like people are vacating, blah blah blah. And then she actually, there's kind of like a twist with who she falls in love with. But I really liked this one, honestly. And then we have Every Last Word. This is, I don't honestly remember. Sam has OCD, consumed by a stream of dark thoughts and worries that she can't turn off. I honestly really liked this book. From what I can remember from it, I liked it because the character had OCD, and I can relate to that because I have OCD. I would recommend this one too. Then we have Normal People. This one, honestly, like, I wasn't a humongous fan of. Like, I read and I finished it. The series made me cry. I never even finished the series, but the TV series just started to make me cry because I was relating to it too much. But the book, I don't know, I feel like I need to reread it because you see the potential of it, of me thinking it's good. But like right now, it's like, I know that I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. But I think I'm gonna reread it, maybe this summer. Have It Happened One Summer, the spice in this book. This one was really good, small town romance. Yeah. Then we have Meet Me in London. Honestly, I don't remember anything from this book, but I just remember loving it. Honestly, this is such an underrated book. I don't even think it's been on like TikTok or anything, but like, this book is so good. Then we have Survive the Night. This one was really good, actually. Like, I was eating it up, reading it. Like, it was super good. Do I remember anything from it? Not really. But I really liked it, so. But yeah, that is all the books on the shelves that I have read. Then we have my whole bookshelf there that I have not read yet, but we'll get to that. That is my goal this summer. Since I'll only be working and I'm not going to be in school, my goal this summer is to read a bunch of books, as much as I can. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!